Hello. I am so late. I said that I was going to do this video last week and it did not happen. As you can kind of maybe tell behind me, I've got paints going on and tools. I've got my tool basket. Oh, I don't think you can see. With the hammers and the screwdrivers, we've been clearing out the utility room, which is our entrance. Our main entrance is also our utility room, and it hasn't had a good deep cleaning and repainting the walls and stuff since I think 2017. So, I mean, it gets little cleanings here and there, when things happen. But anyway, we live on a dirt road, and then it's a farm with lots of animals and stuff, and that's where everybody basically comes and goes. And it was needing it. So it's now been painted, and I am trying to get things up on the walls and get it looking nice and fun and useful at the same time. Whenever you've got this little space that you're trying to fit, the washer and the dryer and all of the hats and coats and boots and cleaning supplies and just everything that needs to go in there, plus then have room to, for the rest of us. So anyway, it's been a mess. And so anyway, that's what I've been up to, and trying to do some little videos along the way. I have found that I can do a majority of my work on my phone with my feet up in the air in between the work that I'm doing, because my feet start swelling really fast. And so, and then having toddlers in the morning and stuff, it's just been crazy. It's been crazy. So anyway, we are going to discuss some political stuff. And I was just going to go through some of these documents with you guys and give you my thoughts and whatnot. I will try to make this, let's make it fit in here. And then, okay, so we have this United Nations Summit that was last month. It is now October, believe it or not. Pact for the Future, Global Digital Compact and Declaration on Future Generations. It's kind of quiet right now, but I'm not making any promises, guys. This is real life on the prairie. So at any point in time, somebody may get on the tractor, the dogs might start barking, but it's actually quiet right now. It's amazing. Let's see how long we have before everything breaks loose. Okay, so the first part of the pact is the sustainable development and financing for development. And basically, as far as I'm concerned, the UN has two purposes, in my opinion. Okay, this is my opinion, my personal opinion, just for entertainment purposes only. The UN has two purposes. One, to usher in the New World Order, which officials say a lot, and world domination and control, and two, world finance shuffling, and the shuffling of wealth worldwide between the few who have it, what they consider wealth, right? What they consider wealth. So anyway, one of, let's say, They've got take bold and ambitious, accelerated, just and transformative actions to implement the 2030 agenda. So the 2030 agenda has not gone anywhere. They are wanting to now get bold and ambitious. Oops, it clicked it. Yeah. They want to fully implement these goals. Okay. So get back up here. Come here. They want to eradicate poverty, which I think they want to eradicate those in poverty, not the poverty itself. They want to end hunger and eliminate food insecurity. Again, I think they would rather end those that are hungry and eliminate those who need food. Again, just my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. Close sustainable goal financing gap. Well, it doesn't cost as much if you don't have as many. Ensure multilateral trading system, which is interesting because now there's a shipping strike, and shipping is coming to a halt. We've got these huge natural disaster devastations going on, not only in the US from the big hurricane Helen or whatever it is, but in other parts of the world as well. I've had people asking for prayer in other parts of the world as well that have had devastating flooding and mudslides. And then you're shutting down the shipping invest in people and end poverty. They thought they needed to do that. Strengthen trust and social cohesion. Good luck. Strengthen our efforts to build peaceful, just, and inclusive societies. Okay, there's your 15-minute cities and stuff. Achieve gender equality and empowerment of all women and girls, at least the ones that aren't being trafficked, maybe. I'm not even going to go there. Okay. Strengthen and then we've got that climate change. Yeah. Okay. And it helps when you've got, some of the videos that people have been catching of the modification that's been going on in the Tennessee-ish, area, as, oh my goodness. And, I posted a video just a few weeks ago that was like, wow. And then I guess some of the stuff that Mike Decker has been catching. Okay, so, if anything's changing about the climate, maybe it's because of, how is fuel so expensive, but we can afford those airplanes doing that constantly? If you get flight radar and you look at, how many planes are in the air, and then they go to these summits and stuff, and they're all flying fancy jets and stuff to do that, but they're worried about cow toots. So, okay. All right, people. Accelerating efforts to restore, protect, conserve, and sustainably use the environment. In other words, they're wanting to take devastated areas and maybe start mining for lithium so that they can have more electric cars that will explode in flooding situations. Maybe, yeah, okay. There's that too. Protect and promote culture and sport as integral components. Whoa, promote culture and sport as integral components of sustainable development. I don't even get that. Okay, let's click that one and see. Recognize culture as well as sport offers individuals and communities a strong sense of identity and foster social cohesion. Huh? Okay. I think I've got something for this. Hold on. Okay. This was what I was looking for. I had to pause for a minute. So I could find it. Give them bread and circuses, and they will never revolt. And it's a Roman amphitheater on one side and a big football stadium on the other side. I think this is like, and here's another version of it. Yeah. So these have been just popping up. So glad we've evolved past this now. Yeah. So that's what this makes me think of. Yeah. Strengthen international cooperation. Cult monuments, museum pieces, manuscripts, documents strongly encourage relevant private entities to similarly engage, including through bilateral dialogue. Yeah, but they do. Anyway, okay. Protect and promote culture. Let's see. Plan for the future and strengthen collective effort. Again, the 2030 agenda. Okay. And hopefully everybody that's here is familiar with what the 2030 agenda was trying to do. They're trying to redouble their efforts because they've only basically got another 5 years to hit that goal, right? Redouble our efforts to build and sustain. Yep. Protect all citizens in armed conflict. Why don't we, encourage civilians to protect themselves? Because most of the armed conflicts are over political baloney, as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, ensure people affected by humanitarian emergencies receive the support they need. And honestly, I will say the John Birch Society has been preaching get us out of the UN for eons. And we have been sending billions to a certain country. And there's supposedly nothing left for our people struggling through devastation in the US today. And they're even telling, supposedly, private citizens, I'll see if I can pull that up too, even telling private citizens not to take their personal aircraft looking for to help with rescue efforts. Okay, this is just. Let me see if I can see where now. This is so wrong. Okay, here's this post on Facebook. This is a man who had a helicopter that was rescuing people. Okay, and he has been told to not to anymore. So anyway, yeah, he was told to, instructed to suspend operations. Let anybody else know that they will be arrested for operating aircraft in the area when there are people waving for help. Okay, that's unfortunate. You know, that's unfortunate when there are people with the ability to help and you're saying, nope, you can't. You know, I don't know if they're trying to tell him that he's not good enough, that he's not safe enough, if he's not. But you know what? So some help, you know, not government sanctioned help, is maybe better than no help at all in this situation. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see if we can get to the good stuff. It's been over a week since I looked this. Oh, here's the peace and security. Peace and security. There's a lot on the peace and security here. Now, I've been busy, okay? So I haven't had anybody specifically saying, tying this to, to the Bible peace and safety situation. But I will say that if we put this in context here's the Thessalonians for, let's just go to the full chapter, Thessalonians 5. The day of the Lord. Now, as to the periods and times, brothers and sisters, you have no need of anything to be written to you, for you yourselves know full well that the day of the Lord is coming, just like a thief in the night. And this right here, yeah, okay. While they are saying peace and safety, then sudden destruction will come upon them like labor pains upon a pregnant woman, and they will not escape. But you, brothers and sisters, are not in darkness, so that that day would overtake you like a thief. For you are sons of light and sons of the day, and we are not of night nor of darkness. So then let's not sleep as others do, but let's be alert and sober. For those who sleep at night. Those who are drunk get drunk at night. But since we are of the day, let us be sober, having put on the breastplate of faith and love, and as the helmet and hope of salvation. For God has not destined us for wrath, but for obtaining salvation through Yeshua our Messiah, who died for us, so that whether we are awake or asleep, we will live together with him. Therefore, encourage one another and build one another up, just as you also are doing. So the difference between the asleep and the awake in him is, the asleep's going to be caught off guard. The awake are going to see things coming. Okay? So there's no reason to be upset or worried about this. You have put joy in my heart more than when their grain and new wine are abundant. In peace I will both lie down and sleep, for you alone, Yahweh, have me dwell in safety. Okay, that's the peace and safety we need to be happy with, and not be worried about their idea of peace and safety and what they're trying to do. Maritime security, which again, we're talking about shipping. The word just left me. Strikes. Yeah, strikes. Shipping strikes. Future free from terrorism. Well, I don't know if you're going to accomplish that one because some people's whole lifestyle and religion revolves around that right there. So I don't know that we're going to get away from it. And we're letting those people we're just letting them all over the world into countries that they probably have no business in. And then we blame GUNs for what these kind of people do. Prevent and combat transnational organized crime, especially since the organized, are the people that are attending this meeting and signing this pact, right? Okay. Advance the goal of a world free of these things, which I don't think that they are. Oh, I clicked it and it's gonna, no, I don't think that's what they say it is. That's just, smoke and mirrors. It's something to draw your attention away from other things. Disarmament, obligations and commitments, seize opportunities associated with new and emerging technologies. Now, see, they like their technologies, but then they want to say, oh, that's bad and that's bad, but this is good. And so they're just changing. Are they going to, how would you disarm biotech? I'd like to know. I would just like to know. How would you disarm and free the world of potential risks posed by their misuse? I think they're being used exactly the way they were intended. Okay, science and technology. Innovation, well, and that word, they kind of show where they're at on that, because all of them that are attending this thing know better than that, too. Implementation, let's see. This whole thing is a nuisance as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, international cooperation of science, technology, and innovation. Yeah. We will protect and build on and complement indigenous, traditional, and local knowledge, which that's a lie. I'd actually like to see what that one actually says. We recognize the need to be adapted and made relevant. Yeah, they're not talking about traditional and local knowledge. No, they don't care in the slightest about traditional because they're trying to get rid of traditional herbs and, because they, if you have something traditional and old fashioned and indigenous that actually works, compared to your technologies and procedures that you make money off of and that you can patent. Yeah. So I don't believe them. Do you? Let's see. Okay, so baloney. Youth and for future generations, we will invest in social and economic development of children. We will promote and protect and respect human rights by all young people as long as you are at least a few months past birth, right? Because if you are still in your mother's belly, then you have none of these as far as they're concerned. Strengthening meaningful youth participation on national and international levels. Participation, what? I'm just not even going to say any more on that one because I think we all know what the participation is. Let's see. Yeah, they want worldwide governance. They don't want individual sovereign states. Representative, inclusive, transparent, efficient, effective, democratic, which is one step away from tyranny. Democratic, bad, okay? Democratic, tyranny. That's the way that always goes. Representative forms of government work better. That's what God designed. His system is representative, whether it be his kingdom system or the system that he laid out for the Hebrews. It's representative. He finally did let them have a king, but before that, it was Moses was encouraged to have, leaders over people, and then leaders under them, and then leaders under them, so that you had smaller groups in the families and in the tribes. You had a small group leader who then went to the next little bit larger group leader, and it kind of pyramids to the top. And that's the way representative governments are supposed to be done, so that there's a chain of command. Chain of command works, and the military is made that way. Most corporations are built that way. That's how they work efficiently, is representative, not democratic. Because not everybody in a large system community knows everything about everything that's going on. We can't all keep up. I don't even want to, right? So like our county, we don't live in a town, so cities have their own little thing. Towns and cities have their own, they have a treasurer and a clerk and that do these different things, right? And well, we're out in the country, so we have a county that does that. So each town has, is under the county. And so the county, we have commissioners that take care of things, and then you have a clerk that takes care of all like the bookkeeping stuff, and then you have a treasurer that handles the money going back and forth, and then you have the court clerk that handles the things that need to go through court, right? The legal stuff. And that is representative. And then once you get past that, if that system isn't serving what it needs to serve, then you have the state after that. So everything is supposed to start local community, then the county, then the state, then the nation. That's how it's supposed to work. Anyway, okay, no preaching, Dawnita. Come back to it. I know there was something specific. Yeah, Security Council. Economic and Social Council, Peace Building Commission, United Nations System. We will ensure the effective enjoyment by all human rights and respond to new and emerging challenges. Wow, what does that even mean? Enjoyment. 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights and the 30th anniversary of the Vienna Declaration and Program of Action. We remain committed to promoting and protecting all human rights and fundamental freedoms, including civil, political, economic, social, and cultural rights. Are you feeling like your rights in all of those categories are not being infringed upon? Over the last 4-ish years, people? Yeah, I think that's baloney too. We will accelerate reform of international financial architecture, and that's just the reshuffling of the people with the wealth. Accelerate reform of the international financial architecture to strengthen the voice of representation of